Fermín López's name lit up the transfer deadline boards like a flare because this wasn't just another transfer whisper. It was a choice that wove together a childhood dream, a club's valuation, and a late-night scramble from one of Europe's richest suitors. The story reads like a turning point. A boy who arrived at La Masia aged 12, who fought through loans and the reserve ranks, suddenly had Chelsea's scouts and negotiators on his line as the window slammed shut. But when the noise settled, Fermín's answer was not a contract on a plane to London. It was a measured insistence that his priority has always been Barcelona, a reassurance that the badge he wore in youth pictures still carries weight for him now. That simple declaration, "My priority has always been to stay at Barça," did more than stop headlines, it reframed the episode. Across the last frantic days of the market, Chelsea would probe, offers would circulate, and Barcelona would make clear the premium they place on a homegrown talent. Reports put an asking figure far above the Blues' opening numbers, a price meant to deter or to force a decisive bid. The arithmetic of those negotiations mattered in the real world. Barcelona's financial balancing act, Chelsea's appetite for quick reinforcements, the players' own ambition. And when the numbers didn't line up, the move never truly got off the ground. But this was never purely a corporate standoff. What made Fermín's voice carry was the context. Fans who have watched him grow, teammates who remember him in training and reserve fixtures, and a club structure that's built identities as much as balance sheets. He told interviewers he's felt loved by the Culés, that the support since his first team breakthrough has been a real factor in how he read the summer's offers. That kind of emotional currency, hometown adulation, the weight of La Masia's promise, is precisely what can tip a young player towards patience rather than a guaranteed payday. It's a reminder that market value and personal value are not always aligned. There are immediate tactical aftershocks to his decision. Under Hansi Flick, the midfield picture at Barcelona is changing shape. New demands, new roles, and fierce internal competition for minutes. Keeping Fermín in-house is both a sporting and strategic statement. It tells rival clubs Barcelona still sees potential starters within their ranks, and that the club would rather invest in continuity than cash in a promising asset. For Flick, it's a selection problem many coaches would welcome. How to integrate a La Masia product who can carry both the club's identity and the tactical versatility required at the top level. For Fermín himself, the choice shifts pressure onto performance. Loyalty opens the door, but form and minutes will slam it or prop it open. For Chelsea, the failed rush is instructive about deadline bidding. Approaches can be blunted by steep valuations, player preference, and the rhythms of negotiation that unravel when timelines shrink. For Barcelona, the episode highlighted a tension the club has navigated for years, balancing immediate cash needs with the long-term value of academy talent. The Euros 19 figure that circulated told the market what Barca wanted. Fermín's response told the market what he wanted. And for supporters, the moment was almost cinematic, a local success story rejecting haste for hope, and in doing so, placing a bet on the project Flick is trying to build. There's a deeper implication too. In an era when young stars are packaged and pitched aggressively, a player publicly reiterating his desire to stay at the club that forged him is a cultural win. It reinforces the narrative that La Masia still matters, that development pathways can still produce players who prefer identity and growth over instant riches, but stories need follow-through. The real test begins now, training ground minutes, matchday decisions, and whether Fermín's presence elevates Barcelona's midfield or becomes another retained talent eclipsed by the next window's knock. For now, his priority is clear, the club's valuation is public, and the transfer pages will fold with one less dramatic ending than they might have had. Yet the headline remains, "A La Masia boy chose to stay," and a season of expectation starts the day he steps onto the pitch to prove that choice was the right one.